Hi everyone. So I did my profile on Ogilvy. I didn't pick them for any particular reason. Um, they were number 7 on the list, I believe. But going straight into it, Ogilvy was founded in 1948 by David Ogilvy, and I hope I'm saying that correctly, as a British PR agency based in New York City, which I think is interesting. I will say that there is a longer history to Ogilvy. They had a couple predecessors in the 1800s, but none of that is listed on their history section of their website, so I'm not going to talk about it. Their mission is to inspire people and brands to make an impact by fostering inclusivity and equality. It says so on their website. Their core values are diversity, inclusiveness, explicit anti-racism, and anti-discrimination. Ogilvy has 131 offices in 93 countries with around 10,000 employees. The number changes every time I go on LinkedIn. The Holmes report, they reported a loss of 17 million over the course of the pandemic, so negative 2.3%. Though I will say, even though that 17 million is pretty significant, there were other companies that lost much, much more, and given the unprecedented times of those years, I think that's pretty good. As for their social media, I'm going to go through quickly at first and show it is very uniform across all sites. These are the 4 sites, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn, that they have featured on their website. I will say that I don't think that they've really optimized what they're posting for any particular website. It's really just one like uniform spread. They're posting the same things in the same places, and so I think that could be a little bit better on that front. But I mean, it is an advertising company. This isn't, but still, I think it could have been a little bit better. But going straight into the first campaign they did, Samsung Foldables, and this is the little spread on their website about it. And they've decided to focus mostly on demonstration. The latest spots add a crucial layer of storytelling and humor. So this is their website, and this is where you can see what they've had to say, and they've put the 2 videos. That I will say, I don't know why, but this video doesn't work, so we're going to watch it on YouTube because that's the one I want to show. And I like how it says capability here. As you'll see, I'll talk about it in a second, but so they've categorized this in particular as advertising specifically. And so here is the first video. If my mouse will work.
Strutting your way into my heart. Take your head off, make yourself at home. Have a stay tonight, then strut on home. Day 1, I'm in love with the strut. Day 2, I'm in love with the strut. Day 3, I'm in love with the strut. Guess what? I'm in love with the strut. I like your strut. Do you wanna go strutting, strutting? You like my strut? Do you wanna go strutting, strutting? You like my strut? Then let's go strutting right now.
So that's just a silly little cat video that they did to showcase the manner at which the way that the phone folds. I suppose there are new ways to take selfies. I don't know. The next one is Perrier Feel the Flavor. I will say that I've noticed, looking at their clients on their work page, that they do seem to mostly work with food companies, which is fine. They have Burger King and Coca-Cola specifically are frequent clients of theirs. But here is the short little video they did for Perrier, very short.
Just the way you Perrier. Feel the flavor. Like a million lime kisses. Feel the flavor. Perrier.
I do not like the way that that woman is moving. I will say that I believe that this ad best I do like this little poster here. I think that's quite good. But the ad showcases like not only the signature green color of Perrier, but also the bubbles invigorate. Perrier is a sparkling water if you're unfamiliar. Um, and then next is, this one's a little different. So you can see under capability, it says experience here. And so this is less so an advertising thing and more so a campaign to get people out and doing things. This was for Spotify Sound Tour, which encouraged Japanese nationals to go around and go see the tourist attractions that were now empty due to the pandemic. And Spotify did this little thing. This is a longer one.
Sound has an almost magical way of heightening experiences. So, as Japanese tourists have turned to domestic travel due to the pandemic, Spotify Japan launched Sound Tour, a group of specially curated experiences reacquainting Japanese with local sounds and culture in a fresh, modern way. The gateway to each experience was a Spotify code. When seen through a mobile device, the Spotify app recognized the unique ID, instantly triggering audio content. On Kanazawa's traditional Chayagai Street, evening strollers were met with a code of crafted lanterns, inviting them to hear the kind of beauty that would complement what they were seeing. Handcrafted by local artisans, the lantern code designs were patterned after techniques passed down over the centuries. In Hoshimamachi, where cherry blossoms are viewed annually by thousands, a contemporary ikebana artist created a code offering a modern musical arrangement in harmony with its surroundings. And in the seaside town of Noto, where the specialty is squid, a local fisherman created a Spotify code like no other, triggering music reflecting songs of the sea. Spotify Japan will continue creating experiences in more places, bringing joy to more local communities through the power of sound.
So as you can see, that was a longer video, more shows off more an experience rather than like a short advertisement that would get you to want to do something. If this ad had been more vague, like the Perrier one or the Coke one that I'll be showing next, it probably wouldn't do much good for Spotify. And I will say, I also like how on the website they show which teams worked on whatever particular advertisement or for whichever client. Um, so this was the Ogilvy Japan in Johannesburg, which makes sense because this was for Japan. And I like how they're showcasing which office did any particular work and giving credit like that, since they do have so many offices. The interesting thing about the Coca-Cola Starlight, I don't know if you ever had Coca-Cola Starlight. It was very good. But it was the marketing campaign focused less on the flavors of Starlight, but more so on the intrigue and the mystery surrounding it, to get people to try it. And so I believe that's why here under capability, not only does it say PR, but it says experience and not advertising, because they were trying to get people through like this intrigue to go out and try this new flavor, because this was the first of a couple new Coke flavors. But you'll be able to tell from the ad. I'll show both ads because they're so short. Since they are so short, to create the intrigue, so the consumer would see it and be like, oh, what's going on here? I don't know. I want to try this new space flavored Coke. That sounds kind of crazy.
Incoming message. Join me, Ava Max, and Coca-Cola to experience a universe of infinite possibilities. Coca-Cola Starlight is coming. See you there. Incoming message.
Wait, no, that is literally the same ad. Like I said, whenever they have, this is a small side rant about their website. Whenever they have two videos, like over here with the foldable one, it is not the same. It is the same video. It is not a different video. So I do not like their website. But yeah, I will say I'm not very plugged into television or that sort of thing, so I never saw any of the Starlight ads. It was mostly word of mouth and like in-store displays that pulled me into Starlight. And so I think there is something to say that the focus for advertising should not solely be digital, because not everyone's going to see it that way. The next one is for Hellmann's Mayonnaise that created Mayo Island in Animal Crossing New Horizons, so I believe this was in 2020. It must have been, because that was when, or later in 2020, because that was when a lot of brands took to Animal Crossing because of how popular it was due to the pandemic. But the video is pretty self-explanatory, though I do have some comments afterwards. And as you can see, this is, again, an experience, and this was crafted by Toronto, and they even have some articles that they did about the campaign. About this that is interesting to me is I really wonder how many people actually went and did this to donate their turnips, or if they just wanted to go see the Mayonnaise Island because it's slightly funny. It also, whenever things like this happen, because I know there was I forget whose, I think Bernie Sanders did this for his like presidential campaign or something. I don't remember exactly. But it always makes me wonder, like, whatever poor intern had to go and dedicate so many hours of their lives to get a 5-star island in Animal Crossing for a brand. But also, I will say that this sort of thing bothers me. I don't know if this is like appropriate to share my opinion on it, but it's like, why do people need to donate their turnips? Why can't you just donate the meals? Why does it have to be this arbitrary thing that these people have to do to get you as a big corporation to do something good for other people? I don't know. It bothers me. It really does. But I guess this was popular because they brought it back for Halloween. I don't know who was asking for that. But yeah, so like I said, I'm going to go quickly. Here's the thing. You cannot use their website unless you zoom in and get it to go mobile. Otherwise, you cannot use their website. But they did win quite a few awards at this advertising award thing. I believe they won 88 of them. And here is just a couple of, there's another Coke ad, Burger King, like I said, they do a lot for Burger King and Coke. I don't know why, but I guess that's just where their expertise is. But yeah, so this is Ogilvy. That's all I've got to say about it. I hope you enjoyed this presentation.